Let's make a positive impact on our planet by composting our organic waste. Composting is a very easy and very effective way to reduce the amount of waste that ends up in landfills or landfills. Instead, we can turn this waste into a very valuable resource for our gardens and home gardens. By recycling our food scraps, yard waste and other organic materials, we can not only reduce greenhouse gas emissions, but also improve soil health and promote healthier plant growth. So let's all do our part by starting a compost bin at home and making this commitment to reduce our own environmental footprint. Together, we can improve our current environment and also create a greener, more sustainable future for generations to come. Now let's see where to start to have a composter. To make a compost bin, we can use the following materials. A container or crate that can be made of wood, plastic or metal, as long as it doesn't rot easily. Brown materials such as dry leaves, branches of various plants. Green materials such as food scraps, grass clippings and fresh leaves. The steps to create a compost bin are as follows. Choose a location for your compost bin that is easily accessible and receives sunlight. If using a container, drill holes in the sides and bottom for air circulation and drainage. Add a layer of brown materials to the bottom of the compost bin, about 6 inches deep. Add a layer of green materials on top of the brown layer about 3–4 inches deep. Sprinkle a little water on top to moisten the materials. Continue layering brown and green materials, making sure to keep the pile moist but not soggy. When the compost bin is full, cover it with a layer of brown material and let it sit for a few weeks. Use a rake or swell to turn the compost periodically, which could be once a week or every 2 weeks, and this will help speed up the composting process. If you have a thermometer, check the temperature of the pilot, which should be around 55 to 60 degrees Celsius for best results. After a few months, your compost should be ready to use. The compost should be dark in color, and this material should be quite brittle and smell earthy. Now let's see some tips for maintaining your compost bin. Keep your compost moist, but not too wet. Be sure to include a balance of brown and green materials for best results. Add some red worms to your compost bin as they are great recyclers of organic compounds and will help a lot to speed up the composting process. Turn the compost regularly to help speed up the process and prevent odors. Avoid adding meat, dairy or oily foods, which can attract pests and slow down the composting process. If these are present, initially always leave them in lower layers, to avoid the generation of odors and not to attract pests. If your compost smells bad, it could be too wet or have too much green stuff in it. Try adding more brown material for balance. Use your finished compost as a nutrient-rich soil amendment for your garden or houseplants. I hope this helps you get started with creating your own compost bin. For more tips on environmental education, and to stay on top of issues related to sustainability and environmental preservation, visit www.ambientame.com.br.